Alfa Romeo doesn't want to be considered an SUV brand, but they kind of are an SUV brand at the moment, and they plan on changing that by 2026. What's good, guys? Welcome back to Ron's Rise. Welcome back to the channel, and welcome back to another video. Now, we have to talk about this because Alfa Romeo currently, fresh off the new debut of the Milano B segment SUV, or at least debut announcement of that B segment SUV, now has 3 production SUVs in its lineup, considering the Stelvio, Tonale, and Milano. But they only have one sedan or one non-SUV, and that is the Giulia. Now, we can't count the 33 Stradale, as that is a supercar destined for 33 units that won't be sitting on dealership lots available for sale. So that's the problem for this Italian historic sporty brand, right? Well, they plan on changing that, and here's how. In a recent interview, Alfa Romeo CEO Jean-Philippe Imperato said that, in quotes, "I do not want to become an SUV brand, even if the world is switching to SUVs." Now, the executive had an interview with Autocar, and he said that sedans are primed for a comeback as aerodynamics and electrification go hand in hand. He went on to say, "You will have a Giulia in the Alfa Romeo range, and not only that, because the next steps we are working on are what is the answer to the GTV and what could be the answer to the Duetto." So it sounds like he plans on bringing both of those back in the lineup, but he also implied that these are not locked and validated at the moment. And that's a wise decision to make by saying that to cover his butt, because you guys remember in 2018, Alfa Romeo confirmed the GTV would return with a torque vectoring all-wheel drive system and more than 600 horsepower, 447 kilowatts, 608 PS. But like many plans from the FCA era, nothing came to fruition, and the GTV alongside the 8C successor were canceled. Now let's get back to the future of what Alfa Romeo plans on doing when it comes to its next generation lineup, because the redesigned Giulia and Stelvio Imperato suggested the design of both models have been completed and they're gearing up to prepare their Casino plant to build them. Little is known about the upcoming EVs, but the CEO did say that the Giulia will maintain the classic sedan silhouette, and the choice is a clear commitment from Stellantis of the brand to preserve the sporty DNA and elegance of its models, which is great because we had heard some rumors that it could be more of a SUV coupe, and the world would have burned down if the Giulia came out that way. Now, the new Giulia EV will use the STLA Medium platform by Stellantis, and it promises to be a fusion of performance and innovation. It has an initial power of around 345 horses and a Veloce version of around 790 horsepower. Now, the model promises to be a competitive option in its segment. And what's even more impressive is that the Quadrifoglio variant will have around 1,000 horsepower, which is almost double than the power of the current ICE version of the twin-turbo V6. Now, as far as autonomy goes, well, in the EV, it could range around 700 kilometers, and it can charge from around 10% to 80% in just 18 minutes in the WLTP cycle, a figure that places it in line with the leaders of the segment. Furthermore, thanks to the 800-volt electrical architecture, rapid charging is expected. Now, this initiative is part of a broader program of electrification of the Biscione, which will aim at renewing itself while remaining faithful to its original spirit. And the CEO did underline that this step is essential for the survival and renewal of the brand, with its focus on customer satisfaction and enthusiasm. So, with that said, currently Alfa Romeo is kind of an SUV brand, but which model should they bring back to counteract the balance there and give it something else other than SUVs to play with? What do you guys think about this one? Drop your comments down below. What do we need in the Alfa Romeo lineup? What will make sense? What will represent the brand well? Now, if you guys did enjoy the video, check the links in the description. If you want to help further support the channel, give the video a like and subscribe, and we will talk to you guys in the next Ron's Rise video. Peace.